Welcome to the world of power and hot steel. Here, we don't just saw wood. We rip apart giant trees with super machines. Evergreen tree gear. You will witness epic fellings, giant saws screeching through the jungle, and breathtaking modern logging technology. If you love thrills, heavy machinery, or simply seeing fallen trees, then this is the place for you. Welcome to the lumberpro. A wood chipper is an industrial machine designed to shred raw wood materials such as branches, trunks, and scrap timber into wood chips or sawdust, commonly used in paper manufacturing, pellet production, or biomass fuel. The worker gently pushes the log into the feeding chute. Instantly, the rollers grip and pull the wood into the chipping chamber. As the blades strike the wood, a sharp crack sound is heard as each grain of wood is split into tiny chips. During continuous operation, the machine emits a blend of roaring engine noise, spinning blades, and the crunching of wood. The fresh scent of cut timber fills the air, mixed with faint exhaust fumes. Wood chips shoot out from the discharge chute like a shower of fragments, piling up in a mound behind the machine. A close-up view inside the chipping chamber reveals blades spinning like lightning, tearing through thick wood with each rotation. The internal gears move in sync, producing a dry clacking sound, a sign of a tightly coordinated drive mechanism at work. Wood chippers allow for fast processing of large quantities of wood, significantly reducing time compared to manual cutting or breaking. Workers no longer need to exert excessive effort, reducing fatigue and improving work efficiency. Branches, roots, and wood scraps from construction or production can be shredded for reuse as biomass fuel, organic fertilizer, or raw material for plywood. Thus, the chipper promotes recycling and environmental protection. The blades inside a wood chipper spin at high speeds and are extremely sharp. If the operator carelessly puts a hand or an unsuitable object into the feeding chute, it can result in serious injuries such as severed fingers, hands, or even fatalities. The roar of the chainsaw shattered the stillness of the ancient forest. The growl of its engine rose like a wild beast awakening in the heart of primeval nature, startling birds into flight and silencing the gentle rustle of leaves. In an instant, the serenity was replaced by the harsh rhythm of human industry. As the chainsaw began to cut, a distinctive sound filled the air, steady and powerful. The blade screeched, cutting through the hardwood as if devouring every fiber of the tree trunk. Wood chips flew out like rain, covering the gloves, sleeves, and goggles, leaving traces of the hard work in the deep forest. After a few minutes of steady cutting, the trunk starts to tremble slightly. A cracking snap is heard as the inner wood gives way. The operator quickly steps back as the tree crashes to the ground with a heavy thud. The earth shakes slightly, and birds scatter from the canopy. The giant trees toppled one after another, crashing to the ground with thunderous thuds that seemed to shake the entire forest. With each fall, the earth trembled, leaves burst into the air, and a patch of sky opened where once there was shade. The sound of collapse mixed with the roar of the chainsaw, an unrefined symphony of man and nature colliding. Chainsaws can cut through tree trunks, large branches,
Good kill.
or logs in seconds
That was nice.
or minutes, saving significant time compared to manual saws or axes. It is an essential tool in logging operations and storm cleanup. Chainsaws are compact and easy to carry into deep forests or rugged terrain. Gas-powered models don't require electricity, making them ideal for remote outdoor situations. kickback occurs when the tip of the chainsaw blade gets caught in hardwood or an obstruction. The recoil force causes the saw to snap back toward the operator, potentially causing serious injury. To avoid this, users must grip the chainsaw firmly and maintain the correct posture. The chainsaw blade may become jammed in wood or hard objects, forcing the operator to attempt a risky release. This can result in accidents or cause the blade to break, posing a danger to the user. The wood splitter roars to life as it starts up, the engine emitting a deep, powerful hum like a machine coming to full motion. The splitting blade, sharp and forceful, plunges deep into the wood, exerting immense pressure. With each log that splits, a sharp crack rings out and wood fragments fly outward. To operate effectively, the user stands at a safe distance, controlling the machine with buttons and levers, allowing it to continue cutting and splitting the logs into evenly sized pieces. The blade moves steadily and powerfully, capable of splitting large and hard logs in just seconds. The wood splitter is equipped with a sturdy steel frame to hold the logs securely in place, preventing them from flying out during the splitting process. Large logs are placed between two steel plates, and the machine automatically applies immense pressure, splitting the wood into smaller pieces. At this point, the operator merely observes and adjusts the machine as needed. With each operation, wood chips and fragments fly outward, creating a powerful yet efficient scene of wood processing. As the wood splitter operates, the air around becomes dense with the noise of the machine and the smell of fresh wood. While the sound is quite loud, everyone nearby knows that this is a powerful tool designed to get the job done quickly. The wood splitter not only reduces labor but also saves time, creating an efficient and safe working environment. Meanwhile, wood chips scatter across the ground, forming small piles after each splitting session. A wood splitter significantly reduces the time it takes to split when compared to manual methods like using an axe or a maul. A large log can be split into smaller pieces in just seconds, boosting productivity and reducing fatigue for the user. With its ability to split wood quickly and precisely, a wood splitter makes work far more efficient, minimizing downtime and helping tasks to be completed rapidly. This is especially important in logging operations, firewood production, or preparing materials for industry. Wood splitters have very sharp blades and immense pressure. If not handled properly, the operator may get injured by the splitting blade, causing severe cuts to the hands, legs, or body. This risk is especially high when the machine is operating at full force, and it is crucial to maintain a safe distance. When logs are too large or contain hard objects, the splitting blade may get stuck, or the machine may become overloaded, causing malfunctions. The operator may get pulled into the machine or be injured while trying to resolve the issue without following proper procedures. The circular sawwood cutter, mounted on a steel arm, stretches out between towering trees, emitting a loud noise as it begins operation. The sharp saw blade spins rapidly at an incredibly high speed, slicing through the hardwood like a hot knife through butter. This screeching sound resonates as the blade meets the wood, sending small wood chips flying in all directions, creating a powerful and dynamic scene. The steel arm of the machine moves flexibly between the tree trunks, allowing the saw to reach difficult-to-access areas of the forest with ease. The operator, fully equipped with protective gear, grips the control handle firmly, adjusting and operating the machine with precision, ensuring each cut is exact and forceful. The steel arm of the wood cutter operates powerfully, moving smoothly along the large tree trunks. The circular saw blade spins continuously, cutting through the wood, breaking it into smaller pieces. Every time the machine operates, the engine roars and small splinters of wood scatter all around. The machine's arm keeps moving, cutting deeper into the wood. The operator must maintain their position, carefully monitor the machine, and adjust the blade depth to ensure precision, preventing damage to both the tree and the machinery. As the circular sawwood cutter operates in the forest, the atmosphere feels heavier, filled with the roaring engine and flying wood chips. The steel arm extends, slicing through tall tree trunks, making sharp and precise cuts. The damp air and the smell of fresh wood blend together, creating a vibrant forest scene. Each cut presents a challenge for the operator, requiring high concentration and skill to maintain safety and efficiency. The circular sawwood cutter mounted on the steel arm not only saves time and effort in logging, but also reaches difficult areas where humans might find it hard to move or use manual tools. This wood cutter allows the operator to handle large, hard logs quickly, minimizing the risk of workplace accidents and ensuring high work efficiency. The circular sawwood cutter cuts wood quickly and efficiently, minimizing time and effort compared to manual methods. Handling large logs becomes much easier, boosting work productivity. With its sharp saw blade and fast cutting speed, the machine helps complete tasks quickly and precisely, enhancing work efficiency in wood cutting and logging processes. The circular saw blade of the wood cutter is very sharp and spins at high speeds. If not handled carefully, the operator may get injured by the blade, causing serious injuries such as severing hands, legs, or other body parts. This is especially dangerous when the machine is operating at full capacity or when safety measures are not followed. Each turn of the wheels bears the weight of dozens of tons. As the truck sways over the uneven terrain, it holds firm and steady. The engine growls deeply, occasionally letting out bursts of hiss from the pneumatic brake system. Logs clunk and knock against one another, combining with mechanical sounds to create an industrial symphony in the heart of the forest. The driver sits high up in the towering cab, eyes fixed on the road ahead. With both hands on the oversized steering wheel, he carefully navigates potholes, sharp turns, and steep inclines. The dashboard is lined with gauges, buttons, and a monitor tracking the load's weight. Inside the cab, the crackle of a two-way radio connects him with other trucks and the coordination team at the logging site. After crossing several kilometers of rugged forest paths, the truck finally reaches a paved road. The ride smooths out, but the load is still heavy, requiring firm braking on descents. Along the way, locals stand by and watch the massive truck pass, eyes filled with both curiosity and admiration. The giant log truck is more than just a means of transport. It's a symbol of timber resource extraction. It represents the power of mechanization, bridging the raw wilderness and the waiting timber industry. Each journey is a transition between nature and industry, from forest soil to the factory floor. Log transport trucks play a vital role in the timber harvesting and processing chain. With their ability to carry heavy loads through challenging terrain and ensure safe delivery of logs out of the forest, they are an indispensable link in the modern forestry industry. However, operating these machines requires great skill, caution, and strict adherence to safety and environmental regulations. Amidst the grandeur of nature, the log truck is not only a display of mechanical power, but also a symbol of coordination between human effort, technology, and natural resources. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing updates. Thank you for your support.